Greetings and good day, ladies and gentlemen. My name is TheShadowCookie, and I welcome you all back to arguably my most famous and amazing project so far, known as Let's Play Cry of Fear. Yes, indeed. As I stated at the very end of the main story, this tale of horror and nightmares is far from over. There are still quite a few videos left to go before we can put everyone's mind of this fictional world at peace. So, today we are going to beat Doctor Mode. Yes, indeed. A mode that was unlocked after beating Cry of Fear's single-player journey. However, this episode will be structured a little bit differently. See, I have already beaten Doctor Mode. You've heard me right, I already succeeded at conquering it. Now, before any of you silly buffoons start to cry of disappointment, here's the deal. Doctor Mode is, you could say, a special challenge for hardcore masochists, hey, such as myself, and not just a simple walk in the Gustav Dahl Park. Here's how it works. Within this mode, you play as, who else? Dr. Purnell. He makes his entrance near the Ronald Street, close to the beginning of chapter number 3, The City is Not Safe, and his goal is to reach Simon's chained up apartment from chapter number 1. You know, where the cops tried to, I don't know, maybe tried to save him from doing anything stupid, but then he accidentally shot them both? Yes. And why? Well, I shall reveal the reason soon. Sorry about my throat once again. To put it all in simpler terms, Doctor Mode's goal is to walk from point A to point B. Of course, there's a catch to it all. Tons and tons and tons, did I emphasize tons yet, of monsters stand between Purnell and his destination. Way more monsters than in the single-player campaign. And as if that fact alone was not terrible enough already, here's more. First, you start with a powerful weapon, but it has a very limited supply of ammunition and you need to find the extra bullets yourself. Second, there are I repeat, no, capital N, capital O, syringes. This is a challenge mode after all. Any kind of damage stays permanently. That's right, you need to reach Simon's apartment with one single life bar. Sorry, no refills. There's really only one advantage Purnell receives. Doctor Mode is locked in normal difficulty. Thank God for that. It cannot be changed to easy or hard, unless you somehow manage to open the console and enter a special command, I presume, to raise it or, well, decrease it manually. But I am not that insanely stupid. As a result, playing this mode while doing commentary is a risky operation, because you need to focus with all of your survival senses onto the struggle if you want to make it through in one piece. Therefore, brace yourselves on it all. This episode will have no commentary, but instead insightful, sometimes roleplay-like annotations. I apologize so very much for that, but believe me, it makes the mode so much more epic. One man, Dr. Purnell, against the nightmares from Simon's book. Be prepared, ladies and gentlemen, to see what a doctor would go through in order to help his patient. And besides, Purnell is kind of a badass, really. I wouldn't want to overshadow his epic moment with my talking away. Now then, as you can probably imagine, Doctor Mode has quite a few tricky, at times even bullshit unfair, cheap shot moments. Your first time playing it, death is unavoidable, unless you are a video game god with lightning fast reflexes that can counter any kind of surprise attack. Dr. Purnell's journey you are about to experience was my 4th attempt. Yes, indeed, you are not going to experience this from the very beginning, because it would just waste so very much time. Nope, I just want you to watch my run. The run where I made it through. Yes, indeed, 3 precious, yes, indeed, that's the word I wanted to go with. 3 precious lives were consumed in the making of this epilogue to Simon's story. Well, with all of that said and out of the way, what's the story of Doctor Mode anyway? What's its relation to the main single-player campaign? Well, I wouldn't be the TheShadowCookie without my own little introduction to it, right? Please sit back and enjoy. And so, the young disabled man's journey had come to an end. His book had reached its conclusion, and it was a mostly positive one. Trapped within a world of nightmares created by his own fragile mind, Simon was ultimately able to overcome the depressions, anxieties, and dark memories of his past, as well as current life. Anger towards his family for abandoning him, anger towards his best friend Sophie for not loving him, anger towards his own doctor and mentor for not treating him in a more successful way. All of these memories and emotions had finally been pushed aside, washed away by the lights of hope still lingering within Simon's soul. The nightmare was over. His hateful mirror image, now nothing more than the words within countless pages of his personal story. The end. Sadly, salvation did come at a price. As a result of Simon's struggle to prevent himself from committing suicide, 2 Swedish police officers lost their lives. Permanent stay within a mental hospital full of nurses and doctors would become his final fate, and the book was turned in to the local police station along with several other objects as evidence. But Simon, despite never wanting to forgive himself for the incident, accepted his new life. With plenty of supportive individuals all around, he wrote himself at long last a happy ending into the book, which by now had been returned to its owner, thus allowing the story to come to a close. It has changed his life forever. Eventually, the young man gave his piece of literature to the person who had tried to help him overcome the dark chapters of his past, Dr. Purnell. The latter accepted the result of his treatment, and one evening sat down within his office to go over the tale. And what he read both shocked the doctor and also confirmed what he had been assuming for weeks already. His unique kind of therapy had failed. Writing the book had not only brought Simon closer to committing suicide, it had also resulted in the deaths of 2 officers. Plainly said, it was not just a book, but a source of evil. Dr. Purnell could almost feel the monsters and demons struggling to free themselves from their fictional prison. Simon's writings had created a nightmare, and said nightmare, despite having been defeated, still attempted to take shape and break free. Dr. Purnell had planned to take the book from Simon and end the therapy altogether some time ago already. But even now, after the incident, despite Simon's recovery, the doctor's determination had not been altered in the slightest. If anything, it had grown even stronger. There was only one way to make sure that the nightmares would no longer be able to use the book as a passage into the minds of other human beings within the real world. Only one solution.
It's become clear that Simon is not progressing mentally like I initially had hoped. I suggested that Simon should keep a book to write down feelings and anxieties whenever he needed to. This seems to have gone out of control, however, and during therapy sessions it has become clear that the book only has had a negative and terrifying effect. I cannot help Simon anymore. There is no treatment I can supply to alter his mind. I can only hope to stop his mental disorder before he does any damage to himself or the ones around him. I have to find the book. I need to destroy it. Entering the mind of Simon was not an easy undertaking to start with. Wading through the arcane creations that his book has summoned was a nightmare I will never be able to grasp. But I made it. I managed to destroy his creations in their passage of the book.
And we are done, one and all, ladies and gentlemen. We have beaten Doctor Mode. Oh dear. Dr. Purnell's mission was a complete success. He managed to comprehend the nightmares of the book. he managed to reach into Simon's subconscious indirectly once again via reading the terrifying story. He managed to find the book within it, finding a book within a book, and he managed to destroy it. A job very well done, Dr. Purnell. Jesus Christ, the most badass doctor in the world. And oh my god, was it hard. This was my 4th attempt, and Jesus Christ, seriously. Without remembering enemy and ammunition placement, there's no chance in hell that you're going to survive. All those saw runners. And what about the fucking armored slayer towards the very end? There were several. Those enemies didn't even appear in the single-player campaign. Talk about a fucking horrifying surprise out of left field and nowhere. Oh well, in any case, have a look at these statistics and grade if you feel like it, ladies and gents. I do not really care about them. I am just glad that I survived this new nightmare. Took me 24 minutes and 33 seconds. Lots of enemies got killed, 69 I believe. No wait, 69 shots got fired, but oh well, as I said already, does not matter. Here, however, is something I do care about, our reward for beating Doctor Mode, the night vision gas mask goggles of Dr. Purnell. What a word. Should definitely make beating the, single player campaign again and again and again much simpler once I'll try to receive all the different endings. Until then though, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the title screen. I hope that you enjoyed this new episode of Let's Play Cry of Fear. My name is TheShadowCookie. This was Doctor Mode, Dr. Purnell's story, and as I said already, it was a complete success. So, we have all experienced Simon's journey of venturing into the darkest abyss within his mind, purging his inner demons in the process by writing everything down inside a book. We also experienced Dr. Purnell's conclusion to it all, his journey of attempting to comprehend all the nightmares and demons Simon's sick mind had given birth to, eventually succeeding and destroying the book in the very end. What else is there to experience now, besides of course the alternate endings and unlockables? Has the story of Cry of Fear come to an end at long last? Will Simon spend the rest of his days inside a wheelchair? And what about the 2 police officers who died due to an unfortunate accident? Of course you should all remember which one. Well, what I can tell you, one and all, ladies and gents, is the following. Cry of Fear's story is not yet over. There is one more chapter that needs to be told. A chapter that could change the very fate of everyone who had to suffer this far. So, join me next time, one and all. We shall throw ourselves once again into a world full of dark apparitions, bloodthirsty abominations, and relentless nightmares. Next time, on Let's Play Cry of Fear, Co-op mode. The true conclusion awaits, and it will be played by none other than my humble self and no one else. Because this immersive story began as a single-player experience, and it shall end as one. More story, more atmosphere, more challenges. I hope that you will continue to enjoy. And yes, Cry of Fear co-op mode can be soloed. Until then, one and all, ladies and gentlemen, Jesus Christ, I'm saying that quite a lot. My name is TheShadowCookie. I hope that you liked this video, and I am signing out for now. Everyone have a good fucking night or day, wherever you live on this blue planet of ours.